thermals for Josh Risdon, wearing the sleeves under that captain's armband today. It actually was quite gloomy and rainy about 2 hours ago, but conditions have definitely improved now as the Isuzu Ute tunnel cam shows us the referees and players ready to come out and do battle. So Western United in their home green and black stripes for this one. Wellington Phoenix in all yellow for the occasion. Great to see so many Wellington Phoenix fans, be them travellers or Australian-based, that have made their way to Ballarat. As we mentioned pre-game, it has been a very highly rated surface, Mars Stadium, in the recent Professional Footballers Association survey, so expect a good quality game in that respect, especially given some of the storylines around various pitches in the league in recent weeks. So let's take a look at how the teams line up. Western United, just the one change. Noah Bodic into John Aloisi's starting 11. Nikita Rukavica goes to the bench. Otherwise, it's 10 of the 11 that played last week. And no changes other than Rukavica added to the bench as well. So watch out for the likes of youngster Matt Grimaldi and the Seb Pasquale rejuvenation. Hope continuing off the substitutes bench today. There's Lockie Wales. It's game number 150 in the Isuzu Ute A-League men's for him. There's a look at some of his numbers so far this season. It's his 86th club game for Western United, 53 at Melbourne City, and 11 for the Central Coast Mariners, clocking up 150 total with game number 86 for Western United today. Here's the Wellington Phoenix team, an unchanged starting 11, and why not? A couple of switches on the bench, though. Oscar Zavada, who we saw is back, could be a potential debutant as well in the form of Luke Supik, who we have seen in the Australia Cup. Out go Hughes and Sheridan. Giancarlo Italiano in pretty good position to win Coach of the Month for November if the public poll is anything to go by. So you wouldn't expect too much chopping and changing to what is currently a very successful Phoenix team. There is the man of the moment, Alex Paulson. Hard to believe that today is only A-League men's game number 10. This will be the 6th of them coming this season. Of course, made his name in the Australia Cup a couple of years ago in that penalty shootout against Melbourne City. And his burgeoning reputation has only continued now that he's got the number 1 gloves next to his name. And there is Chiefy, Giancarlo Italiano. Certainly enjoying life as the Phoenix coach. At the moment, I think he's done an exceptional job managing the expectations to this point of the season. Let's see how the Phoenix go when a win takes them outright top of the table today. John Aloisi just needs a second win of the campaign. His brains trust there, Hayden Fox, Vinny Iorato, Michael Theo. They will be hoping to mastermind a win this afternoon. Our refereeing crew will be headed by Tim Danaskos, assistants George Lakrindis and Peter Jaworski. And the fourth official is Jack Morgan. VAR, if we need it, Chris Griffiths-Jones. And so it's Western United to attack the right of your screens in this first half. Isuzu Ute A-League men's in Ballarat is go once again. And it's Noah Bodic and Stevie Lustica that get this one underway between Western United and the Wellington Phoenix. And you will be very familiar with this voice from A-League women's coverage, but for the first time on an A-League men's match, former Matilda Teresa Polias. T, great to have your company for this one.
Thanks so much, Teo. It's great to be here, and we've got a really tasty fixture this afternoon. Both teams able to create plenty of chances, but the Phoenix, I guess, more fortune in the conversion stakes.
Western United would love nothing more than to start converting chances, and they're on the front foot trying to create here. Nicholas Pennington gets the better of this situation against Bodic and avoids conceding a corner. And that has you somewhat optimistic about Western United, that if they can improve their conversion, you can see the results taking an upward turn in short order.
Yeah, well, John Aloisi spoke throughout the week, and he's got the stats to back him. in terms of his team creating plenty, just not able to convert at this stage. So hopefully today they can turn that around.
Extremely aggressive press here from Western United. Look at the number of players in the penalty area for that goal kick, which Wellington called the bluff on. They did play it short. And now we see Western backtracking in order to retain possession. Hooked away from Wales. Bit hair-raising for the first minute, T, the way Wellington took that goal kick, but they seemed very confident in the way they set up playing out from the back. Yeah, they certainly look settled playing out under pressure, but Western United with an early push and pressure up top. And again, those numbers are committed forward here. The young keeper, Paulson, is able to find an outlet pass, albeit a bit of a nervous shuffle on by Kelly Heald. Josh Risdon pressing up as one of the many Western United shirts committed forward here. Perhaps the cooler day a factor in also looking to really exert as much energy as possible in these opening exchanges. Imai rises high for the header. Now Costa Barbarouses making a run, arm over the shoulder, and the referee has seen the foul. It's Jacob Tratt who's in trouble, and an early booking, just a yellow card, but in the 3rd minute, not what the centre-back wanted to start his game.
Yeah, definitely not something you want to pick up so early, but Barbarouses doing really well to get his body in front of Tratt there, who towers over him.
Barbarouses quick to spring up and appeal, and indeed the referee, Tim Danaskos, agreed. So Tratt in the book has to walk the tightrope for a considerable amount of time. Wellington happy to take the free kick backwards though. Nothing else, they'll be encouraged with how they broke through the Western United press. Now there's another foul. As we see, win probability, Western United as the home team getting the major share of that, although head-to-head, 3 wins for Western, 8 for Wellington. So historically, it's Wellington Phoenix who do have the better of the matchup.
You can see Lustica there with the little clip at the ankles of David Ball.
Jacob Tratt's been sent off once in his A-League men's career. It was in January of this year against Newcastle. So he does have somewhat recent form. I guess it's December now, probably a distant memory for him. Here he is on cue winning the header. Now Kryev plays the ball back to the centre of defence, Scott Wooten. Centre-back partner Finn Sermon. Away go the Phoenix down the right. Great footwork from Ball. He's got the underlapping run on. And the cross from Payne is turned behind for a corner kick, and the pocket of Wellington fans are down in that very corner, so their chanting will be close to the ears of their Phoenix players. So first corner of the game, you can see a light breeze favouring the end that Wellington are attacking. So here comes the corner. The near post, headed away by Botic. Altay couldn't keep possession. Able to slalom through neatly was Daniel Pena. Uses that left foot to switch flanks. Asking a lot, though, of Risdon to make ground, and so the Phoenix were back in time. Rufer to his keeper. Now the long ball. Imai headed out.
Ready. Down your feet up.
Wales saw the moment to go, and now Botic comes with him. Phoenix looking to respond with quick ball movement, but it's given away here. Rufer's pass intercept. Angus Thurgate. Stevie Lustica wants the ball, but Tratt directing traffic from the centre of defence. So his goalkeeper Tom Heward-Bell. Thurgate. Now Western trying to move. Nazarine's pass. Lockie Wales. Pena puts the head down and accelerates. Now Risdon getting forward in support. And the cutback. Showed a bit too much of the ball to Rufer. Lustica. Risdon. Now Pena. They're trying to set up that left foot of his. That one, he just didn't quite catch it the way he hoped.
No, he didn't there. He had a lash at that with his left foot there, Pena. He knows he can do better in that area, but it was well worked here from Western United. They're doing well to get into those front third areas, just final execution there, whether it be a pass or that shot away.
That last angle was a lot more flattering, perhaps a bit closer to Pena's view of what he saw as the ball broke wide of the target late. Won't be the last time he takes a shot from distance in this game, you can guarantee that.
It was definitely a good opportunity there.
But again, the Western United press is hurrying things up for the Phoenix, and John Aloisi claps in appreciation as possession is won back. Pena. Even though they won possession, Western go all the way back. Look how advanced the keeper, Heward Bell, is out of his area in order to try and keep the ball position advanced. Nazarine shouts of his name in midfield. Thurgate freed the feet, moved the ball on. Risdon, and now Pena. Back to Risdon. Thurgate trying to strike the ball through a very tight gap, and now he's won a foul and a free kick in very dangerous position. Daniel Pena will be licking his lips at the prospect of this one.
He will be. He'll have another shot here, and it's in a great position, but once again, really well worked here from Western United, and a well-won free kick from Thurgate.
Barbarousis was quick to plead his case, but the referee didn't agree. You can see him still grumbling about the call, because he knows that a very tall Phoenix team are going to have to set up a wall here to the liking of Alex Paulson. That's what the goalkeeper is setting up. So a big early test here, but look at the height in that Phoenix team. Sermon, Wooten, Kelly Heald, all trying to protect that top left corner. Would you believe Pena's not actually lined up over this one? Instead, it's Garuccio, and he puts it straight into the gloves of his keeper. And Alex Paulson, well, a bit of an anticlimax.
Was actually, yeah, no trouble there for Paulson in the end.
Now the Phoenix are starting to think through how they take on this Western press. It's been the fascination of the first 10 minutes. We look picture in picture at the free kick, which was very easily dealt with. Long ball straight to Jacob Trapp. Now Nazarine scuffs the pass. It works out for Wales. Good save, Paulson. You heard it hit his gloves on the way over the bar, and Lockie Wales knows how close he was to a goal in game 150.
Nice reflexes there from Paulson, and good opportunity here for Lockie Wales. Great touch away from the defender and crucial save.
That's the corner set up then for Western United. They're on top through these first 10 minutes. Can they turn it into a goal? Garuccio turned onto his right foot. Consecutive corners coming up. First one dealt with reasonably comfortably. Short corner again. Wales. Get it out to the edge of the box. Only as far as Lustica. Garuccio. Pena prods it on. Wales outside of the foot, and it's headed away. Bodic was lurking, and Scott Wooten put his body in line to head it away.
Lockie Wales nice and busy early on. He's creating a lot of chances this season. Whipped it in to a dangerous area, earning another corner.
3 in quick succession, and this one straight into the Wellington tall timber and headed away. And we've spoken about Tom Heward-Bell. He's playing defensive midfield at the moment. Such is Western's territorial dominance of things at the moment.
He is, Teo, and given that Western United are pressing quite high, he's come up the field to narrow those spaces between the lines, give a bit of cover.
Wellington still keeping their defensive line reasonably high, compressing the pitch at the moment into this midfield third. Bell trying to redirect out to the right, underhit pass, gives Cryer a window of opportunity. Pennington flipped it on. Rufer, where his defence was set up, and that's well worked by the Phoenix out to the right. Payne. 2 with Barbarouses. And he slipped at the key moment there, Payne. So Western prevail with the ball. Nazarene didn't want to turn and go. Now Wellington really starting to close all the passing avenues here. You see the possession count in Western United's favour, ever so slightly. Pena. Now the runners break. Here's Risdon.
Good, Roofs, good.
And Rufer wrapped him up. You heard how much the Wellington bench enjoyed that. But he gets a second chance, Risdon. Thurgate. Now Nazarene. Look at how crowded it is. Yellow shirts surrounding the ball carrier every time Western have possession in the centre. It's a bit more breathing space on the wings, though, and they win yet another corner.
Yet another corner, one, and no surprise, it's through those wings there. You mentioned it is quite congested through that middle.
Another short corner, taken quickly. Pena catches a deflection, and that's to the advantage of Barbarouses. Pena again. Thurgate. Stripped of the ball by Pennington. Angus Thurgate. First season at Western United. 122nd career game today, though. Long time player with the Newcastle Jets. Still waiting for his first goal for his new club. Things come just a little unstuck here as Wellington now have possession deep in defence. Going to take a risk here and play it through the penalty area. Western United have numbers committed forward, but as you can see, Wellington were able to think it through. They don't like what's happening on the right, so back to the keeper. These little tactical victories keep appearing for Western United to win possession back, although they have turned it and still gone backwards sometimes rather than keep the ball in advanced territory.
They have, but Wellington so far struggling a little bit with that high press, turning it over with a few long balls at this stage. Can tell you it has dipped down to 14 degrees in Ballarat at the moment. Anyone who's been there will know that it's wintry at the best of times. Even more so in winter, though, safe to say. Unexpected for the 2nd of December to have these sort of conditions. Oh, this is serious. That sounded bad. In the meantime, Wellington break with the ball. Kraev drops the shoulder. Kraev's cross and headed away by Garuccio. The follow-up's on, though. Rufer deflected away. Corner kick. Wellington's first of the game coming up, but let's take a look at what happened here on the wing first. It was Pena that came flying in there and came off second best.
Well, thankfully he's up. He did, of course, tear an anterior cruciate ligament in Korea when he was at Daegu, so you can't be a little bit concerned when he goes down favouring his knee, but thankfully he's all right. We just happened to hear his cry of anguish quite close to the effects microphone.
It certainly sounded quite bad, didn't it?
I mean, you've been out there. You know that some players are a bit more vocal than others when it comes to taking knocks and twists. We'll stay with the corner. Here's Pennington. Defensive header effective initially. Roundhouse volley high over the bar by Mohamed Al-Tay. I mean, maybe it was more concern from Pena rather than genuine pain.
Yeah, perhaps it wasn't. Particularly since he's had a serious injury, there's always that air of caution.
False alarm. Game continues. 16 minutes gone and scoreless. As we take a look picture-in-picture at Mohamed Al-Tay, who is... Oh, ball given away. Kraev, nearly a gift for the Wellington Phoenix. And after absorbing so much pressure through the first 15 minutes, Božidar Kraev perhaps should have broken the deadlock.
Yeah, well, it was a turnover here from Western United against the run of play, and opportunity, golden opportunity goes begging for Kraev.
Well, that would have been drink bottles, notes, hats, everything on the bench getting thrown in frustration for Western had they conceded a goal there. After the first 15 minutes they've put together, to go and cough it up like that would have been just as, well, despondent, really.
Yeah, absolutely, Teo. The good work they've been putting in, and to throw it away with sloppy play like that would be very disappointing.
Wellington, though, encouraged. They've got a foothold back in the game now. Starting to create a bit more. Božidar Kraev came into today with goals in both of his previous appearances against Western United, including away in Launceston. So no stranger to the road trip. And success away to Western United. And nearly sliding the ball down the line. Apologies if any language found its way into your ears during that passage of play. It's a heated contest out there. Garruccio's throw. Bodic. And Garruccio to Wales. Nazarene, 50-50 was there to be won. Pennington willed himself onto the ball. Rufer. Kraev. Cleared away by Tomoki Emai. Nicholas Pennington from deep in midfield. Sends a long ball for Barbarouses to go and chase, but it rears up off the surface. And it's an easy collect for Hewitt Bell.
A bit of a scrap in the middle of that park at times. So the option is perhaps give it a go more direct. It wasn't to be that time.
Trap. Now Wellington's turn to press and put some heat on Western United. And they force a giveaway almost instantly. Tom Hewitt Bell has been waiting since April 2022 for his next A-League men's clean sheet. He'll be desperately hoping it can be today. In fairness, he hasn't played a huge number of games in that time. Long ball over the top. Kraev chasing. It's interesting that the Phoenix have opted for that last couple of attacks. One looking for Barbarouses, another looking for Kraev. Both of them quite a bit overhit. Pena. Wanted to play Thurgate to advantage, but missed him in the end. Al-Tay. Phoenix looking to go through Barbarouses. Second ball's there, but Pennington beaten to it by Pena. And through comes Rufer, but he can't take possession. Lustica. Wales in the pocket. Heard the shout from Risdon on the overlap. Still Risdon. Bodic. Awkward to bring under control, and the assistance of Pena was unable to fashion a better chance.
It's a bobbling ball into Bodic, and difficult one to finesse down.
We saw him win a corner in the first minute of the game, Noah Bodic, but he's been curtailed somewhat ever since. You see the touches in the opponent's penalty area, currently favouring Western United. Territory battle still very much skewed Western's way, but Wellington are growing into this game. Cryer. Now out to the left. Here goes Kelly Heald. Ranging forward. And the cross not able to match the Enterprise, but it does win a corner kick.
Good striding run forward from Kelly Heald. Wasn't the best of crosses, but it's always a bonus when you can win a corner off an ordinary cross.
And you imagine at his height, the 18-year-old will now have the opportunity to join this set-piece chance. Strangers game number 6. They've all come this campaign. Tim Payne to take the corner then. Wellington's first from the left side. And just picked out Jacob Tratt emphatically, who nodded the ball away. So in spite of their tall team, Wellington, they haven't made the most of either corner kick that they've had so far. Almost a quarter of the way through the day's action. Still waiting for the first goal of the match. Rufer. Off the head of Imai, it will slide out for a Wellington throw. 90th A-League men's game today for the 33-year-old, Tomoki Imai. Rufer. Diagonal ball will tumble over to Payne. Altay. See at the bottom of your screens there, Wellington subs all going to go and keep themselves warm. A little jog. Kelly Heald. Now Pennington. Weston just happy to watch the ball circulate here, back and forth. Trapped about 10 metres of territory as Wellington have kept possession here. And now they're all going to have to backtrack because the Phoenix are able to break through that first line. Payne ran himself into a 50-50 against Bodic. The referee says play on. Bodic a little sore, but both players back on their feet. Now Rufer. Saw a run out the left, and Kelly Heald is getting forward once again. And that drifting cross will land on the roof of the net.
Here's that challenger. Bodic did look like he tried to pull out of it. Did end up catching Payne.
Bodic now back involved in the play. Payne following him. Garuccio and Thurgate trying to work their way through the left side of midfield, and they do so neatly. Nazarine's pass, you can just see bending back though. It is very much a midfield battle, and so slightly skewed territorially to Western's attack. Here's Wales. Now Thurgate. Tratt. Pena, well, too hot to handle. He was trying for either Nazarene or the continued run of Garuccio. Neither connected.
It was a nice passage there from Western United. They got out of trouble deep in their half. Were able to switch the ball and link up with Lockie Wales up high and found the wing, but once again, nothing comes of it in that front third.
It's hair-raising stuff from the Phoenix, but they did not cough up the ball, and so they break through the press, and Barbarouses is breaking into space. Here's Ball, David Ball, back to Barbarouses! And Imai took all the sting out of a little toe poke shot. Counter on counter, might be to Western's liking. Pena decelerates, and now he sets Wales loose. Wales, he kept it in. Great look at the line there. Kelly Heald is able to stand him up and strip the ball away. Open space, breathing space to break into for both teams. Advantage given Wellington's way. Payne just ranges forward, not at breakneck speed anymore, and Western are able to get back and set up their midfield and defence. Pennington. Well, it all sprung to life quite excitedly there for about 30 seconds, but as you can see here, everything has slowed right back down. Barbarouses, though, had a very good chance.
He did, and it opened up their tail, and I thought Wellington were going to go for the counter again, but Western United were able to get back and recover, and they're set now once again, and keeping that ball in front of them. Can Wellington continue to break those lines?
Long diagonal here, goes out for a throw. Passing chain comes unstuck. Barbarouses looking for his first goal of the season. Hasn't scored since January. He's never scored against Western United. Today's appearance number 7 against them for Costa Barbarouses today. Wellington retreat to the edge of their defensive third. Western, you can see, again, hunting the ball, sensing the chance to force a turnover. Barbarouses comes in to help out. Pennington, long ball from deep. Kryev trying to make ground here, and Imai just got his body position spot on.
Yeah, good use of the body there from Imai. Sees it out for a goal kick.
Thurgate. Over the top, out it slides. A few groans around the crowd. Well, as we wait for a goal, it would be remiss of me, as a great goal scorer in John Aloisi, of course, in his playing days. Western United trying to win possession back. Wales found Nazarene. Nazarene from deep, no one home. It would be remiss of me not to mention that Wellington Olympic won the New Zealand National League last week, only for their Centurion goal scorer, Gianni Bazoukas, to turn around and move to Australia. He's joined the NWS Spirit in NPL New South Wales. I'm sure Phoenix fans will be more than familiar with him. He's a former academy player, but it's one to watch out for, the Kiwi Bazoukas coming over to Australia to try his luck. He's 25, so not sure he's going to crack the A-League as a mature age player, but certainly I'm sure there were plenty of Phoenix fans that may share allegiance with Wellington Olympic and enjoyed that they won the New Zealand National League last weekend. New Zealand football flying at the moment, with the Phoenix knowing that they can go top of the A-League today with a win. Here's Alte. All the way back to his keeper, Paulson. Pennington, look at this 6-yard box, hair-raising stuff, and again the Phoenix are comfortable. They drag so many Western players in, and that pass just allows everyone to reset behind the ball, including Pena, including Risdon. Oh, and the slip. It's not going to rob Pena of the ball. He finds Risdon on the right. And you see so many Phoenix players are back, but they haven't got it away decisively. Risdon, deflected off his own teammate in Wales, and that will take it out for a goal kick.
Risdon able to get the shot away there, but just not enough on that, and deflects off Wales for the goal kick here. But it's exciting to watch the Phoenix playing out of those high pressure areas, vulnerable areas, and they're just happy to play out of that press.
They've shown real commitment to their style. in doing that. They have resorted to the long ball into the attacking half on a few occasions and just volunteered possession back. Pennington down. Again, you heard his cry of anguish, and on this occasion the referee says foul. Pennington points to his left boot as if to make a point. T?
Yeah, well, the ref thought about that one for a little while and decided to give it.
Oh, he's getting a little fired up here too, Nicholas Pennington.
Here it is, a little... Yeah, it was late. It was late. Lustica did catch him there.
Pennington, who had a little bit of fun hijacking one of his teammates' media conferences during the week. For those of you who haven't heard him talk, he's raised in Italy. Don't be fooled by his, the name Nicholas Pennington. He's got a proper Italian accent. That's probably what Stevie Lustica's hearing ringing in his ears at the moment.
He caught him again there. Good little battle between the two, and Pennington with the hand gestures to go with it.
So the game has developed into an arm wrestle. We had a flurry of Western United attacks. Wellington hit back with a couple of chances of their own. And now, what is going to give? It is fouls galore in midfield, and the referee does reach for his pocket. He's seen enough, Tim Danaskos, and gives Stephen Lustica a yellow card.
Well, it was Lustica once again, the third time in the space of a minute here, and Rufer took a great touch away there, drew that one in, and Lustica caught him once again.
You were a defensive midfielder in your day. I mean, is that a 1 minute highlights package for Stevie Lustica, or did he just not learn his lesson?
Oh, I don't think he learned his lesson in this case here. I think they were pretty avoidable fouls there.
Lustica, who has never been sent off in 182 A-League men's appearances, so he knows how to play on a yellow card. But the combativeness of this game is about to boil over. It's Pennington's turn to go in the book now, and Lustica was the victim of his tackle. And this is starting to suddenly come to a boil. We can barely go 15 or 20 seconds without a foul here, and we've had yellow cards in consecutive passages of play.
It's all happening here, Teo, and look, Pennington did lunge forward towards Lustica. He obviously caught him here, and it's a case where, did he slip here or was there follow through? Looks like a slip there.
Well, but is he in control of his own body is probably also the question that the referee's assessing on one look, snap judgment.
Well, the Western United will be saying yes, he was.
So yellows exchanged. Perhaps a testy minute of play. Pena trying to get some goalmouth action going, and that's held on to by Paulson. Both teams just seemingly lost interest in attacking there for a couple of minutes. It was tit for tat, one foul and one free kick after another there in midfield, and maybe now they'll get back interested in a bit more creativity rather than the hard stuff.
Yeah, tempers flaring for a few moments there, but both teams getting back on track with what they're here to do today.
I feel like the first goal is going to be pretty important in this one to set the tone. Having another look there at the safe hands of Alex Paulson. And that is easy pickings for Garuccio at left back. Thurgate, he's been taken high. Rufer protests that he got the ball, but he got enough of the man that free kick's been given as well.
Nice touch down there from Thurgate. Drew Rufer in and won that foul. Smart midfield play.
Heward Bell's a long way out of his penalty area. And a little nudge means the player's whistle dead. Rufer with a couple of fouls in quick succession now. He's probably got to make sure he doesn't commit another one, lest he be the next player to end up in the referee's book. Thurgate, Pena. Bides his time, now makes a decision as Thurgate returns. See the run of Risdon, but it's all very crowded at the top of the box. Lustica. Botic makes a run, but Ball's going laterally. Nazarene. Here's Garuccio. Lockie Wales. Western getting further and further away from the box. Garuccio. Still Garuccio, and blocked away. Sermon got his arms out of the road and used his body to block the shot, and now a foul on Barbarouses will get Wellington out of trouble.
Very hard to get through that block. Here's that challenge on Barbarouses, and Garuccio definitely had a handful of him there, and Thurgate with the follow through as well.
Almost halfway through Wellington's 6th game of the season. They have the equal best defence in the league, having only conceded 4 times. Western Sydney Wanderers matching that tally. Unsurprisingly, right up there with them at the top of the tree. But a draw won't be enough to send Wellington top. Wanderers have got them on goal difference, 12 points each. And of course, that would leave the door open for Adelaide and potentially Melbourne Victory and MacArthur to leapfrog back up to the top in what has been a very clustered start. Isuzu Ute A-League men's campaign. Selling belief to just about every team in the league at the moment, as Wellington through Pennington, and then Paulson can't get away. Pena turns. Bottage with a curler off the woodwork. And he knows how close that was to putting Western into the lead.
That is a fantastic effort there from Bottage, and it came from a turnover, which is no surprise, but he cuts in and tries to finesse that around. Does well, but post obviously in the way there. Great opportunity.
Looking for his 2nd goal of the season, the 21-year-old. It's only the 2nd time he's ever lined up against Wellington. Didn't score on his first appearance against them, which was only a one-off. Risdon, deflection. Series of them. And it's out for a corner.
You mentioned the Wellington Phoenix defence and how strong it is. Here's Risdon's attempt, earning them a corner. But when they're set, they're very hard to break down.
They have defended the corners very effectively. Western persisting with short corners as a result. Pena drops the shoulder, doesn't want to go on his non-preferred right foot. Daniel Pena to Wales. Went for the back heel to free Garuccio, didn't make contact, and so ball repelling with Barbarouses. He's got a long way to go though, and he's a lone hand. So he bides his time for some support. Ball bullocking back through. He's got Barbarouses on the left, but he wants to go and bring Pennington into the mix, and now Western United have all their men behind the ball.
Phoenix have to recycle that ball now, but it was a really perfectly timed ball through to Barbarouses from Ball, and Barbarouses showing all his experience in cutting it back and holding it up.
Safe to say a younger, less experienced, will stay with play because it's been given away here. Coughed up to Ball, attacking chance for the Phoenix. Lost it between his feet, got it back. Rufer now. Pennington. Oh, he slices it out. He's only scored the once in his A-League men's career. Has the Chad. And Nicholas Pennington. We can see the frustration. It's been that sort of half for a lot of the players.
Here is that opportunity, and Pennington did try to cut that back across. He just couldn't get his foot around that ball enough.
It was a pretty memorable goal. His one A-League goal. It came when New Zealand were in the COVID bubble. It was a stoppage time winner against Perth Glory at Leichhardt Oval. Can't add to his tally today. What do you make of Western going with short corners persistently? There must have been something, whether it's purely the height advantage that Wellington have, or maybe something they did in their research during the week that suggested a vulnerability against the short corner? Yeah,
perhaps given how physically commanding the Phoenix are, and when they're set, they're so hard to beat in general play or off corners. So I'm guessing that would be the main reason.
Just under 5 minutes of regulation to go. Will we get a goal in this first half? Not for a lack of intent from both teams. The rewards for winning are massive. Western could jump from 12th to 7th Wellington could go outright top of the league. Here's Ute. Ball, a quick head check. What's on in the box for him? Kraev was hoping that the cross would arrive. Western's defence closed ranks.
And it opened up there for Kraev. For a moment, he was free there, but ball couldn't get it to him in that moment.
See, the wind has picked up just a bit. The corner count has certainly closed back up as well, 5-4. It's going to be Pennington, the rather firm corner flag now, favouring the end that the Phoenix are attacking. Wellington fans making some noise for their team. High ball, Wooten got first head on it, but it went away from the target. It's a big pack of bodies he was trying to tower over there. Payne, neat footwork. Pennington hangs it up. Wooten's there, cutting it back. Ball outpointed by Thurgate. And the diving header from Thurgate was all important. Kraev keeps it in. Is it third time lucky for the Knicks? Just wide of the post. Costa Barbarouses knows what a good chance that was.
Chance gone begging there for Barbarouses. It was a delightful ball in from Kraev. And he's glanced that wide there. That's a golden opportunity for the Knicks.
And it was an aerial battery there, wasn't it? That was the third phase in that corner play. And it ended up falling to the wee man Barbarouses, who just couldn't hit the target.
You can just see how dominant the Phoenix are aerially.
Concentration, all important at the end of the first half. Both teams will feel as though they've done enough to take the lead now. Neither would be at all happy going in if they conceded late in this first half. Who do you think is the happier of the two managers, though, at this point of the game?
Very, very even contest this afternoon, Teo. Perhaps the home side, I think they did settle in to the game quicker, and they've got some joy from turnovers up high.
You do wonder. Both teams have got a big gun on the bench. Western with Nikita Rukovitsia. Wellington with Oscar Zavada. Both players that might change the attacking profile of both teams if they were to sub them on too. Half-hearted shouts for handball. Western through Thurgate, win possession. Pena, is there a late sting in the tail? Not on this occasion. Rufer cools everything down. Sets ball a task, and in from the blind side on that occasion came Trapp. Centre-back committing up the pitch, but you can see him moving to get back in position. Barbarouses, bending ball. Pennington, a clever duck underneath it. Kraev blocked away by Imai. He shot it right into the clutches of the Japanese defender. And the ball is a magnet to him at the moment. Imai able to clear away. Kelly Heald pressing, able to spill the ball. 2 ball. And now Kraev. Great chance a moment ago. This time on his left. Twisting and turning. Ball keeps it moving. Oh, he missed Payne with the pass. Wales knew it was red alert, and he smartly wins a foul. And the Phoenix were really turning up the heat there.
They were, Teo, and seems like the tables are starting to turn here in this match. Phoenix enjoying a lot more time up top now, but that was a really well one. Smart foul one from Lockie Wales there.
The importance of Tomoki Imai there. That was a great chance for Kraev. He loaded up the shot and then just shot it straight into Imai, who did not flinch. He took all the sting out of the ball. There will be 1 additional minute to end the first half. Game deserves a goal. Both sets of fans will feel as though it should be for their team. Garuccio puts his head down and burrows forward. Wales back to Garuccio. Veers back out of the penalty area. Wales lifts in across. Bodic with the header. And Paulson is able to bring that ball wrapped right into his chest.
Bodic doing really well in that box to get on the end of things against a really dominant Phoenix side aerially.
He's got to use his leap because he's not as tall as either Wooten or Sermon, but you can see there he can certainly generate plenty of height in his leap. The 1 minute of additional time is just about up. Will we see any more attacking as we exchange headers? That'll do it, half-time. In a game that has simmered at one point, as cards were exchanged, but ultimately can't find a goal. Stevie Lustiger was one of the main antagonists, but he's been able to watch his step ever since. And this game is scoreless in Ballarat. It's Western United 0, Wellington Phoenix 0. Very entertaining stuff, and certainly when things got heated, we had 2 yellow cards in a minute. That was fun. We will break down all the highlights and look at what's to come in our halftime show. It's on the other side of this short break. You're watching the Isuzu Ute A-League Men's, exclusive on Paramount Plus.
Well, Allianz Stadium was absolutely pumping last week, Teo. We are hoping for more of that vibe here tonight, Alex Brosk, because this is a game of
they've got to get goals.
We cannot wait, Teo, here at Allianz Stadium tonight.
Cuts it in, Adriana Leon. What a hit! What a great goal! Canada take the lead with a rocket into the top corner.
Back to Kerr, who cuts it for Bella! Less than 2.5 minutes on the clock, and Sam Kerr sets up Mary Fowler to give the Matildas the dream start.
Let's get into the Hungry Jacks halftime show, because we, despite not having a goal, have had lots of incident, action, talking points. Former Matilda Teresa Polias is here. No shortage of spice in this game, especially for that mad minute where both Lustiger and Pennington got themselves booked.
It was mad, Teo, in that minute or so, their tempers started to flare before, I guess, teams remembered where they were and what their job was.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights of this first half. The Harvey Norman highlights, and get into some of the attacking chances, starting with Western United, who showed their hand very early. The high press, trying to pin Wellington in the defensive penalty area, and they certainly had no shortage of intent, but maybe the story of their season, not the execution they were quite after.
It is the story of their season so far, and they're getting a lot of joy off turnovers, but it was that lashing effort from Pena there. On closer look, it was actually a golden opportunity for him.
Later in the half, Lockie Wales forcing that save out of Alex Paulson. Flicked it over rather casually, but you heard the sound of it clipping off his glove, so it definitely needed that save.
Absolutely did. It was a good effort there from Lockie Wales. He's been busy in that first half. Here he is again.
That was outside of the foot. Didn't quite get the velocity he was hoping for. Western actually raced out to a 5-1 lead on the corner count. It closed up by the end of the first 45. This is more of the pressing that we were talking about. On this occasion, it actually came unstuck, and Western United were able to turn it into a meaningful attacking chance. But Noah Bodic caught the woodwork rather than the back of the net.
That was actually a fantastic effort there from Bodic, and unfortunately the woodwork got in the way there, but he's been busy in that box aerially as well.
And so at the end of the half, Western United trying to finish with a burst, and Bodic able to outleap his central defensive marker Scott Wooten on this one, but very, very difficult to do much with a header on that sort of distance and angle, and Paulson well and truly had it covered. Let's take a look at the numbers. Western United, well, they're just being shaded in every category at the moment. XG, possession. The one thing they do have, though, is the final third entries, even though Wellington have retaken the lead in touches in the opposition box. So that really shows how the first half flipped in Wellington's favour as it went on.
It absolutely did flip, and Wellington was searching for answers early. They weren't dealing very well with the high press, but once that game opened up, we saw in the latter stages of the half, they were getting some half chances away.
Well, let's take a look at some of those chances for the Phoenix, because they did get better as the half went on. Plenty to encourage them. And a bit of mental toughness, I'd say, as well, because they were not intimidated one jot by the Western United press, and yet that chance was glaring and perhaps should have been the deadlock breaker.
That was probably their best chance, and what an opportunity Kraev had there.
He was on the end of a couple of their best chances later in the half. Ball, who picked his moments for when to get involved, and Imai, he's such a cool customer because he just blocked that, no fuss, and stopped what was a very slick counter-attack.
Yeah, Imai's been so crucial to Western United and breaking things up.
On this occasion, it was Kraev again who was prominently involved by the end of the move. Pennington, though, he loved that one back. Not a noted goal scorer. Here's Nicholas Pennington. This was evidence that the territory battle and the possession battle was starting to swing Wellington's way. And on this occasion, Wooten headed it back into the danger area, but wasn't able to find one of his teammates. But it was just repeat and persistence here from Wellington that led to Barbarouses getting this sneaky little chance here.
Yeah, it gives you a good glimpse into their mindset, and they were able to just turn that game around, and it was all Wellington towards the end of that half.
Paramount Plus Player Index, we flagged that Alex Paulson was one of the top keepers in the competition pre-game. Maybe not a surprise that he is top of the index at halftime, and the man who's tested it in Bodic is currently sitting in second. How do the numbers match up against the eye test so far?
Yeah, look, it's pretty spot on here. Paulson and Bodic, it's a good matchup because Bodic has been really busy in that box. So who will get the upper hand in this game, Teo?
That's the team talk going on for Western United at the moment. Don't forget the action continues on Paramount Plus and 10 Bold. It's a big one tonight. Perth Glory head to Allianz Stadium to take on Sydney FC. Let's go and hear the pre-game thoughts of Alex Brosk and Neve Owens.
Well, Allianz Stadium was absolutely pumping last week, Teo. We are hoping for more of that vibe here tonight, Alex Brosk, because this is a game of a team who are struggling to win here at this incredible stadium up against Perth Glory, a team who really struggle on the road.
Look, it is odd. Ever since Sydney came back to the stadium, it's just been a difficult place to win. And for what reason, we're still trying to find out. I'm sure Fuktale is still trying to figure that out. But for Perth Glory, I mean, their woes on the road has been a long time coming now. So for Alan Stajic trying to find something when they get on that plane and come out to the East Coast, look, again, equally as baffling. But something's got to give tonight.
Both managers you've mentioned there, still pretty new to the job, but for Ufitale, this is just his second game at home. In his first game against Adelaide on the road, we saw that new coach bounce that you so often see. Last week, they looked a bit insipid here at home with the vibe of a derby. What happens? What has to change?
Look, I think with Ufi coming in only before the Adelaide game and the style of play that he wants to play, I feel like that's going to take some time. And in the week off that they had in between Adelaide and Wanderers, there would have been a lot of hard work done, to the players to get them playing the style of play, the aggressive, in-your-face style that he wants to play. So maybe that's why they were a bit flat last week. But look, again, we saw the bounce in his first game. We know the quality and we know how good Ufi can be.
We saw that high press. We saw that attacking down the edges work against Adelaide. Is that ultimately how Sydney find their way back into the goals?
I think so. I think, look, tonight against a struggling away side in Perth Glory, they've got to get goals.
We cannot wait, Teo, here at Allianz Stadium tonight.
Huge test for Alan Stagic's Perth Glory on the road to Sydney FC. And as we heard there, they've got their own troubles at home. The former Matilda and Sydney FC captain sitting next to me certainly got the sky blue armband on, hoping that they can turn it around. But we'll wait and see. That is exciting. This has been the Hungry Jacks halftime show. Hope you've enjoyed it because we have a tantalising second half coming up. Who will break the deadlock? Western United against the Wellington Phoenix continues on the other side of this short break.
Forward for Ballard, plays it wide, clever pass for Wilson, who lines up and scores his first goal for the Central Coast Mariners. That's the ball in, Subriano, oh, McLaren has got his second, and perhaps there's still time.
The Isuzu Ute is back for round 6, and it's great to see the young fans out and about and getting behind the Western United. Remember, kids aged under 16 are eligible for a free Liberty only pass that provides them free entry to all Liberty only women's regular season matches played in Australia. All you need to do is head to alex.com.au/LAP and register now.
You've probably heard the saying, if you can count your wheelmates in one hand, you're doing pretty well. But with the 7-seat Isuzu MUX, you've got room for a couple more. From kicking around the city to kicking back around the campfire, nothing gets you and your crew there in style and comfort quite like the Isuzu MUX. Living your own life in the Isuzu MUX.
Big second half coming up here at Allianz Stadium. We need your support coming back out on the pitch. Your boys in green, get behind the Western United! Do a shout out to happy birthday to Owen, who's in the crowd watching the boys in green turning 11 today. Happy birthday to you, Owen. Hope you enjoy the match. Hope you enjoy a big second half here with a massive 3 points on the line. Come on, you boys in green.
Listening
Welcome back to live pictures from Mars Stadium in Ballarat. Of course, Phoenix fans might remember the trip to Moorshead Park a couple of years ago, the other Ballarat venue, where they enjoyed a fantastic win. Western United since have played here at Mars Stadium, the multi-purpose venue. Also hosts Australian football in the AFL. Phoenix have been a well-travelled team when they go to some of the alternative venues. I did mention that they have played Western United in Launceston as well. They'll be hoping to grab all 3 points here, because if they win, they go top of the Isuzu Ute A-League men's. As the second half kicks off, and Teresa Polias, former Matilda, rejoins me in commentary. No substitutions at the half-time break, interestingly. Just watch this attack shake out here. Sneak attack from kickoff. Barbarouses frees the feet. Here's the chance for Payne. Payne off the woodwork, and the follow-up is saved. Extraordinary. Hewitt Bell at point-blank range. Wellington won't understand how it's not 1-0. And they haven't given it up just yet. Kelly Heald. Can he win the wrestle here against Risdon? Well, we've had 30 seconds of action, T, and it's absolutely exploded out of the gates at the start of the second half.
Wow, what a start to the half, Teo. Straight off the block, Wellington go for it, and have a look at this great save from Hewitt Bell. It was off the woodwork from Payne, and point-blank save. Amazing stuff from Hewitt Bell.
Oh, so close. Payne becoming a goal scorer. He hit the nervous 90s, and all of a sudden, he's now looking like a goal threat in the A-League men's. Oh, what a first minute. That was fun. Let's have 44 more of those.
More of that, please.
It was signal given, but Wellington, the ones who can bellyache about just no luck, really. Put it down to that. As you see along the bottom of your screen, the Western United lineup, including Tratt and Lustica on yellow cards. Garrucho wins the corner here. As we mentioned, no substitutions at halftime. No changes to either starting 11 in that first 45. And it would be a gut punch if Western United can come back down the other end and score from a set piece. They persisted with short corners in the first half. Let's see what they go with here in the second. Conventional delivery in swinger and headed away by Pennington. Rufer dispossessed by Tratt. Pena. A gliding ball gliding out.
Well, the Phoenix all ready for that short corner again. They sent a player out, which perhaps deterred Lockie Wales from playing it short again, and he had that two-arm signal up to put it straight in the mix.
Here's a look at the Phoenix 11 as well. Pennington picked up a yellow card in that first half. Roger Kryev had a couple of good chances to score as well. So what minute will the two teams turn to their benches? Is there one name that's jumping off the subs bench at you at the moment, Teresa?
I mean, in terms of goal scorers, which this game so deserves a goal, Teo, I can't go past Oscar Zavada for the away side, and obviously Nikita Rukovica for the home side.
Through ball here, intercepted by Paulson. Well, Giancarlo Italiano, he's been refreshingly honest at times talking about his team. He said 20 minutes for Zavada, but given how long modern stoppage time can run, if you come on at the 70-minute mark, you might end up playing 30. So they're going to have to assess the game state. Certainly those Phoenix fans who've provided some colour and made a bit of noise will be hoping that they do get the hitman off the bench at some point. There he is. How's his body? How many minutes has he got in him? Western United on the attack in the meantime.
He'd be raring to go, Teo.
Given away here by Kelly Heald in a dangerous position. He goes and makes amends. Uses his long levers to try and clear, but Western have possession once more. Nazarene. Now Wales. Takes a deflection. Lustica blocked away. Altay stood tall. Stevie Lustica trying to pop up. I mentioned that game at Moorshead Park. That's the last time he scored in the A-League. As the ball is turned away once again.
Just so hard to get through that brick wall of yellow. So many shots blocked this afternoon.
For those of you that haven't been to Ballarat, whether you're watching from New Zealand or elsewhere around Australia or the world, it's just over an hour from Melbourne, heading northwest. You've got this oval stadium, Mars Stadium, and also Moorshead Park, the rectangular stadium, which did actually host a friendly between Australia and New Zealand in women's football, the Matildas and the Football Ferns, back in 2016. So it's a venue with an established pedigree hosting high-level football events, but Mars Stadium's got the nod for the A-League men's at the moment. Here's Barbarousis, a deflection here. It's going to set up kindly for ball. And Imai, the firefighter as he was in the first half, diffuses the danger once again.
Gotta say, the distribution and the decision-making from Barbarousis has been on point today, even though that deflected. Landed really well for David Ball there.
So a corner coming up for the Phoenix. Swirly breeze. We saw it favouring the end they were attacking in the first half. It's now going across the ground here in the second. Payne. Hewitt Bell. Well, whistle goes and gets him out of trouble. We've mentioned how valuable a win would be for Western United today, as we take another look at the foul. A draw would only move them up to 10th, and that's with Sydney FC and Central Coast still to play this weekend, and it wouldn't help their situation of -8 goal difference, which, as things stand, is currently the worst in the league.
It's one of the hardest things to coach or turn around when the ball's not going in the back of that net. But once it does, hopefully the floodgates can open for Western United, because they're not short on creating chances.
It's been a pretty dramatic 24 hours for Western United, the club. For those of you that don't follow the A-League Women's, they actually said goodbye to their inaugural senior coach Mark Torcaso and his assistant Helen Winterburn yesterday. Torcaso off to coach the Philippines women's national team full-time, and Winterburn is actually in China as the assistant coach of the young Matildas. Men's coaching setup not affected by that decision. We'll come back to that in a moment. Phoenix on the attack. And now the volley. Oh, that was sharp. Barbarousis forces a save, and positioning was all important there for Hewitt Bell.
Yeah, nice volley there from Barbarousis. He's kept it down really well. Pennington with the initial cross in, and Trapp won that, but it dropped for Barbarousis. Didn't trouble Hewitt Bell, though.
Here's Garuccio. It's like a spur for the game to roar back to life. He had a mad first minute of the half. Wellington will feel as though they've done more than enough to take the lead as their XG pushes up over 1. Combined quality of chances that they've created in the game, certainly statistically now, arguing that they should have a goal. Here's Kelly here. Phoenix trying to keep the ball speed high as they wrap the ball around the pitch. And a long, hopeful outlet here. Kriev led to the ball by Imai. Shallow clearance, ball trying to make it awkward for Risdon. Now Lustica. Pena keeps it moving. Neat build up here from Western. And then Bodic has it wrestled off his feet by Sermon. All the way back to Paulson. Thurgate with plenty of space in midfield to bring the ball under his control. Now Pena. Wales. And that cross will tumble through the box without troubling any of his teammates. Throw in.
Yeah, no one there at the back post for Wales cross. Saw Bodic made that near post dart, and Nazarene hadn't arrived in the box yet.
So John Aloisi talking to fellow former Socceroo Hayden Fox. We saw there on the bench Vinny Iorato as well, who does have a bit of a long history in women's football. There he is on the laptop, Vince Iorato. But he wasn't tempted sideways into the A-League women's chair. They've gone for one of his former assistants, Kat Smith. So a week of upheaval at Western United doesn't affect the men's team. Here goes Kelly Heald. Western getting back in defence, scrambling at the moment. And the cross is straight onto the boot of Thurgate. He turns it behind for a corner kick. But at speed there, Wellington not able to find an open man in the box.
Good build-up from the Phoenix, and another long striding run from Kelly Heald. Played Kryev out on the left there, but the cross was blocked, albeit for a corner.
Plenty of corners in this game. It's been something that perhaps both teams have become increasingly comfortable defending. Who can ask a meaningful question from a set piece? Pennington. Well, I think the expert comments came from the pitch on that one. Perhaps sums up the lack of ideas that have come from corner kicks so far today. And apologies if the language wasn't to your liking, but it's the heat of the battle out there at the moment, T.
It is. I don't think we need to explain what the frustration was over then.
Alte. Phoenix have been the ball-dominant team in this second half. They are just tailing backwards here, though. Tumbles through midfield. Kryev did well to control the bouncing ball. Payne outpointed by Tratt. Wales holds off Wooden. Wanted support to arrive. Payne. Ball. Advantage given for the Phoenix. Payne, bit of a moon ball, that cross. It's going to have just enough bend to stay in, though. Right. Pennington. Everything slows down as Western gets set behind the ball. And now Payne, or Pennington, did not meet the header. That was a teasing cross, though. Had designs on his second A-League goal right there. And Phoenix keep possession once more.
It was a very teasing cross in from ball there, and good defending from Western United.
A couple of fresh attackers you saw there just at the bottom of your screen. Riku Danzaki and also Nikita Rukavitzia. Expect them soon. They don't want to be greeted by a deficit, though. And Tom Hewitt-Bell keeps the score level 0-0 as we approach the hour mark. There are the two subs in waiting. Hayden Fox there having a last word to Rukavitzia, who's still seeking that first goal back in the A-League. Funnily enough, his last goal in the A-League was against Wellington when he was wearing the red and black of Western Sydney Wanderers, as we see a card here for Rufa, who joins a handful of players in the book.
Yeah, no surprise there. You can't argue that he's gone into the book there, and a few challenges in that first half as well that have forced the ref's hand there.
So Rami Nazarene comes off, as does Lockie Wales. So game 150, he put plenty of energy to it, but it ends at the hour mark, and so Danzaki and also Rukavitzia come on. Wellington with a triple sub, including Oscar Zavada. They are waiting for the next break in play, it seems. Ben Old and also Sam Sutton have got the bibs off. So sideline is going to bring a flurry of activity, fresh legs, fresh ideas. We'll wait and see how these players bed in. There's Oscar Zavada. Last time we saw him was on November the 11th against Melbourne Victory. So 3 weeks. And the Phoenix Payne there smartly just insisting that we wait for these subs to go through. So the changes, we'll see Kelly Heald come off. Also David Ball, his number is coming up. There he is, David Ball. And it's also Nicholas Pennington. He had a couple of half-decent chances to score in this one, but he makes way as well. Sam Sutton, the other player, into the game. So 5 new faces, 2 from Western, 3 from Wellington, all in the space of 90 seconds. And that might cast a completely new complexion over the game.
And hopefully open the deadlock, Teo.
Well, who will settle better after all of the upheaval? Mauricio throw into one of those subs, Danzaki. Confirmation there you see on the graphics of who came on for who. Risdon, MI. Kriev to contend with. The back pass here, Zavada getting interested as Heward Bell clears away. Zavada had 4 and 4 before his injury curtailed him. We see a hard foul here on Old, so that's his introduction to the contest. T, talk us through it.
Well, it's extremely late from Risdon there. Heavy challenge on Old. Welcome to the A-League.
Ball slowly working its way down the sideline. Payne. Alte. See the numbers here, first half versus second half. Game continues to tilt in Wellington's favour. The post in the first minute of this second half certainly set the tone. Thurgate does well to battle against Barbarousis, and Barbarousis is like a pinball bouncing off the bumpers, and eventually he's outpointed, took on 3 and lost. However, Sermon is there to bail him out. And now Wooten calming everything down. Sam Sutton.
Yeah, Sermon reads it really well there. And Wellington building up, trying to break their lines and get forward again.
Old. Wooden. Old with the step over, not able to outfox Risdon. Now Pena. Doesn't have Wales for company there over on that right side anymore, so looks like Thurgate is playing central right position in midfield. Just quick to go backwards though, Garuccio. Here's Danzaki. Tucked back in by Bottage. Garuccio turns on a dime, swings it into the box, and then headed away by Wooden. Risdon advancing up from the right, and that results in a corner. So Western just turning the heat up ever so slightly. Corner taken quickly. Lachie Wales was key to most of their corner routines in the first half, so they're mixing it up a bit here. Just a tumbling cross into the box is easily cleared, though. Frustration for Western United.
It is frustrating. They were in a good position there, and just a sloppy pass from Risdon.
Cryer. Slight challenge. Oh, look at the squabble for the ball as it goes out. Garruggio and Payne both thought it was their throw. It was Western United's ball. So 5 minutes since the subs took place. Tempo of the game just starting to pick back up again. Rukavizia trying to get himself involved. Gave the ball away and then went and won it back. Great endeavour from Rukavizia. Sees Bodic in the middle. And he scuffed the shot.
That's a golden chance for Western United. Can't blame Bodic for having a shot there, but Danzaki was free on his left. Nicely worked from Rukavizia. He's just scuffed that.
Technique hitting it on the instep. He's kicked it into his standing leg in the end. See from the replay there. But Rukavizia getting a feel for the game.
Subs starting to settle in now and making their stamp on this game.
Wooden just goes long in the end. Says to Zavada, leap for it, chase for it. Tratt is able to win the ball away. Risdon. Rukavizia caught a step behind here. Paulson out of his area. The wrestling going on. Risdon throwing Kriev there and giving away the foul. I feel as though he just won the show of strength.
Well, the ball was nowhere near them there, and he's tried to outmuscle the tall Kriev there, but pulled him down.
As has been characteristic, the Phoenix have gone backwards from a lot of their midfield free kicks today. Just been happy to circulate the ball, send it back in possession. Danzaki after Thurgate won possession. And he will win the foul here from Altay. Former teammates at the Newcastle Jets.
Smart foul one there from Thurgate. He cuts across Altay and goes down.
Danzaki jagging in and sails it out for a goal kick. Don't forget, Unite Round from the 10th to the 12th of January. Tickets at Ticket Tech. Can tell you that in Unite Round, Western United have got MacArthur. Wellington Phoenix have got a distance derby. All roads lead to Sydney. A-League men's and A-League women's. That's the big point of difference to the Gather Round or Magic Round. You get both competitions, and I can tell you on the Friday I will be setting out my stall at Leichhardt Oval for a double header. Here's Danzaki now. Pena! Oh, he went for glory and it bent off the outside of his boot.
Nice strike there from Pena. Sliced slightly wide here. He's absolutely ripped this shot. Nice setup from Danzaki. He's come on and had some really great touches going forward. First time passing and setting up Pena now.
Is it a case of next goal wins, or do you think a goal might bring this game to life and actually start a bit of back and forth and just free both teams to feel a bit more inclined to go for it?
Well, it's been such an entertaining game, and I feel like it's going to take the single goal today. Teo?
Hear the shouts from the Western bench. Get up. They want the press to start to really turn the screws on Wellington, playing out from the back. Western United sensing their moment to go. Garuccio. Thurgates. Danzaki went for the step over. Play continues. Thurgate. See, there's a renewed intensity to him on the ball here. Can he find a teammate to match it? Pena legged and takes the free kick quickly. See the intent there, and well, Sermon was having none of it. He knocked the ball away. Pena receives the pass. Still Pena. And the Phoenix midfield converged on him and won the ball away. Send him sprawling. Rufer still down, perhaps coming off worst of those players that all pincered together.
It was a good double team there on Pena. They won it fairly. Looking dangerous. Last 5 or so minutes.
Into the last 20 minutes of regulation then. Still goalless. Certainly plenty of interested onlookers around the league, given how much a win for either team will affect the table. Danzaki. One against Payne here. Riku Danzaki hangs it up for Bodic, and it's held on to. No, yes, at the second time of asking. Just a bobble from Paulson, and his duel with Bodic continues.
What a duel it is, but Danzaki once again working it really well down the left flank, and it's a great cross, and Bodic does really well to get his header on target there, albeit not enough power to beat Paulson.
Great angles there on the Harvey Norman replay to see Bodic, who must feel as though he's going to take just that little bit more for things to turn for him today. He hit the woodwork in the first half. He had another header that was saved by Paulson. The chances are coming. They are low percentage chances. They're ones that he's got to make the most of. It's not like he's had a glaring opportunity fall to him. It's really been trying to make the most out of very little so far.
And he's worked really hard for those opportunities, Teo. I think he's had a great game.
Thurgate given the space to turn. And he's able to prevail out of a midfield trap. Pena. Pena slides it to Garuccio. Garuccio! And it's saved away. The scoop save from Paulson, and then Sermon was able to turn it behind.
It was a stinging shot from Garuccio. Paulson does well, given how quickly it came at him. And then it was the follow-up, and Sermon in the right place at the right time and able to clear it out for a corner.
Garuccio trying to score for the first time since April. Now he takes the corner. Outswinger, Zavada wins the header. Pena first to the ball though. Oh, he tried to drop the shoulder on Sermon. Did a bash and crash. Sermon goes to ground. Referee holds the whistle. Brisden. Thurgate. Wellington defence set. Western United looking for a key to unlock it. And it's knocked away. Free kick given, and that means that Hold is going to get Wellington out of danger. Paulson had to find a teammate with that pass. He was well out of the centre of the goal. Back on his line here with work to do. Rukovic here on the turn. Up and under header from Altay. Oh, they're not out of danger yet. Danzaki! And Paulson is needed once more. Well, they were their own worst enemy there, the Phoenix. They invited on the pressure, and Riku Danzaki nearly made them pay.
A good passage of momentum here for Western United. They're getting a flurry of shots away now, and it's none other than Paulson stepping up.
Well, this has been their best spell of the second half, well and truly, but that corner is dealt with by Payne. Danzaki coming on. He was so full of goals in his first A-League stint. He still hasn't scored since June 2021. Is he getting closer to breaking through here? The 23-year-old. Everyone can exhale now as the goal kick is going to be dealt with in just a nice leisurely manner by Paulson. And unlike the first half, he's happy to go for distance. And Zavada, with a neat header, is going to play the Phoenix into attack. Old. Scott Sutton pushing up down the left. Zavada calls for it in the middle, but the cross is not forthcoming. Garuccio. Thurgate. Risdon. 15 minutes of regulation to go. Pena. Little burst of speed. Thurgate, the back heel, asks a lot of Pena. Pena responds and he blazes it into Payne, who turned his back. Still made the block. Garuccio to Danzaki. Now Lustica. Square ball and foul given. Wellington next to act on the bench. Finn Conchi on for just his third A-League appearance, the 20-year-old. And it's going to be for Mohamed Al-Tay. He's done a lot of the grunt work in midfield in this one. Conchi, pair of fresh legs. Perhaps they need it. Wellington identifying that Western were just starting to overrun them.
Yeah, I'd say that's where that decisions come from. Western United have had a flurry of chances of late. To get some fresh legs out there. Some stability.
I wonder if we will see the potential debutant, Luke Supik, who's on the bench, the 17-year-old. Conchi made his debut earlier in the season, so Giancarlo Italiano definitely giving the Phoenix youth a good opportunity this campaign. Sutton. High drifting ball. Zavada trying to read it better in the air. Zavada! Oh, he went for glory. And that one would have been 6 points in 6 months' time. But that one, yeah, the Phoenix fans know what a good chance that was. All power, no placement.
Great chance for Zavada, who was just thinking. We haven't seen him too much yet. The ball's been down the other end, but yeah, he went for the power there.
Certainly no doubts about confidence in the body, though. It was a full-blooded swing at the ball. Testing every sinew. Game opening up once again. Danzaki flips it over the top. Rukavica was just lurking, and the header away from Sermon will lead to a corner kick.
Good forward run there from Rukavica. A nice dink over the top from Danzaki. Once again, dictating play, getting things going for Western United. It's been a really bright spark coming on.
Double-figure corners now for Western United. 10th of the game. Garuccio, outswinger. Kraev wins the header. Rufa off and running. Here's Barbarousis now. And the return pass is on. The Phoenix are in! And the flag is up for... They've been denied. Old thought he'd scored. The fans are cheering. And those cheers are about to turn to groans. Well, Phoenix fans are down at the other end of the ground, so they'll be hoping for salvation from VAR here. Ben Old is denied.
You've got to have a look at it. It'll be close. Real close one, this, but another nicely placed ball from Barbarousis.
Great run, great counter-attack, even if it isn't going to end up in a goal being given. Ben Old, game number 49 today. 2 A-League goals to his name. We wait here, though. VAR today is Chris Griffiths-Jones. The Phoenix have made peace with this being offside.
Here it is again. very close call there.
George Lacrindis is a vastly experienced assistant referee. So as the game ticks into its final 10 minutes of flashpoint. It's certainly brought the Phoenix fans back to life. It was just 2 weeks on from finding out they'll have a New Zealand rival coming into the Isuzu Ute A-League men's next season in the form of an Auckland team as yet unnamed. The goal has been given. VAR has had a look and has said Ben Auld has scored. Well, I think the Phoenix players, the Western United players, they were all set up like it was going to be a restart in the defensive penalty area. Bennett shirts off after the 80-minute mark, and Western United can't believe it.
Well, we saw in the replay it was really close. And they've had a really good look at it. It was perfectly timed from Barbarousis. If there's a player that deserves a goal or assist today, it's definitely Costa Barbarousis.
A third A-League goal. That's the imagery that's been provided by VAR. Western United, they are now chasing the game. 10 minutes plus stoppage to go. How will they respond? They already came into the game at the foot of the table. As things stand, Wellington are going top. And not a yellow and black stripe on anyone's chest in the away bay.
Trademark shirts are off for the Phoenix fans.
Need I remind you, it is 14 degrees in Ballarat at the moment. It's wintry, or autumny conditions in Ballarat in December. Wellington fans, hardened bunch. Tradition maintained. And now a second would really be a knockout punch. Zavada on the turn. It's hooked away by Imai. Zavada still trying to make a presence. Matt Grimaldi, you see at the bottom of your screen, has got the bib off. He's next to enter the game, the youngster. Free kick here, going Wellington's way. So Grimaldi, who we saw make his debut against the Newcastle Jets, is coming on here for Stephen Lustica, the youngster who was previously on the books of Melbourne City and before that Watsonia Heights, Glen Lions and Northcote City. Comes on for some more precious A-League minutes here. He was a really creative force in that cameo against Newcastle, which was right here in Ballarat. Can he do something similar with just over 7 minutes to play with? Free kick for Wellington. Payne hangs it high. Zavada. And then at ground level, Imai. Phoenix pushing here for a second. They want the safety net. Auld, the goal scorer. That's how the table looks. And given that the games in hand are only possessed by Adelaide, Victory and Macarthur, even though they can compress the ladder, as things stand, none of them could leapfrog the Phoenix by the end of the weekend. They would be outright top. I'm sure there were plenty of Phoenix fans cheering as Western Sydney tied things up last night, meaning that this opportunity was here. The loudest cheers, no doubt, coming from some of those fans. Western United, what response can they conjure up right here? Pena, the man to make it happen. Danzaki. He's got two defenders for company. Thurgate, return pass, Danzaki, clever. And the ball is blocked away. And he made space where there wasn't any there. It was so smart, but ultimately no reward for it.
So smart from Danzaki. He's got such quick feet and his decision-making is on point.
And long ball here. Body's bang in the penalty area, but Angus Thurgate, I think, on his best day, probably not a realistic chance of winning a header.
A bit of wishful thinking to appeal for a penalty there.
Here's another look. Is there anything resembling a foul in there? I mean, if anything, foul by Thurgate. He's the instigator.
Exactly.
John Aloisi frustrated with Wellington winding the clock now. His team need to make sure they don't waste possession when they have it, because every time the ball stops, it's going to stop for a few seconds longer. Just draw things out a little bit more. Paramount Plus player index. Well, Old, the goal scorer, has rocketed to the top, but Paulson has gone through a power of work, and you see Western's brightest sparks, including Danzaki off the bench. We will revisit the Paramount Plus player index in the post-game show. Here's Kraev, challenged by Thurgate. Conchi, the young sub, was nearly able to set Old away again. Grimaldi. He's really confident on the ball. That's what I have already seen about Matt Grimaldi. He's not afraid of commanding possession. Pena cut from the same cloth. Look at this, a sleigh-living run. And Bodic not able to get to the ball before Sermon swept through. Imai. And off the chest of Payne, got to be careful. I think his first thought was keeper there, but Bodic immediately changed his mind. Thurgate, Rukovicia. Pena dispossessed. Imai. Good sportsmanship from Rufa. Understand that Angus Thurgate's number's about to come up. This will be his last involvement in the game. Seb Pasquale waiting on the sidelines. Ball given away. Barbarousis has already laid off one assist. Can he do it again here? Barbarousis on his bike. And the runner's coming down the left. It's Old again. This time he can't score, though. Wouldn't have been any questions over onside or off, but he couldn't nestle it inside the post.
It's another storming run forward from Old. And a good link up again between him and Barbarousis. He sends that shot wide.
Well, the 33-year-old legs of Costa Barbarousis showing no signs of slowing down, T.
He's been amazing today. It's like he's got a new lease on life and enjoying his time under Chief.
Pasquale, the sub, who's just come on for Thurgate. He's only got a couple of minutes to work with. Let's see how many minutes of stoppage are allocated as Western United chase the game. Grimaldi. Pasquale, Danzaki moving it on. Garuccio. And he just put it in the air for the goalkeeper to come out and contend. Even though there was some trouble for his fellow teammate there in Rufa. He was able to eventually fall onto the ball. And that will take us into the last minute of regulation at Mars Stadium. Another look, picture in picture, at the goalkeeping work. Pasquale, Western United need a goal from somewhere. Got plenty of attacking talent on the pitch. Rukovica among them. Garuccio, Bodic, neat link up. Rukovica! Paulson. On this occasion, he didn't touch. He waved it over, and it's going to be a goal kick.
How about this shot from Rukovica? Had a lot on it, and Paulson trusting his instincts and knowing that that was heading over.
Well, it flips the woodwork, so it goes down as hitting the crossbar for Western United, but Nikita Rukovica, his wait for a goal in green and black stretches on. And if it comes today, it'll have to come in stoppage time, of which there will be 5 minutes, so plenty of time for Western United. Phoenix can sense top spot. They've still got defensive work to do. Bodic. Tanzaki in space. Curling it towards Risdon, and it's headed away. Sutton's done well. Composed defending. Down the line, he finds Zavada. Now, Track. Pasquale. Grimaldi. Daniel Pena bending the ball in. Flashes across the face. Rukovica again. Well, he's come on. He's been at the heart of this attack for Western United, but on that occasion, the header wasn't close.
It was a nice ball in from Pena, but just glanced off the head of Rukovica. They're going for it.
You see what an attacking second half it's been, and yet we flagged, Teresa, that it might be a game decided by the odd goal. And if Wellington can hold on, it will be.
They've got to hold on here. They're desperate to get that ball in control and keep a bit of possession and manage the end of this game.
Right now, Western are trying to just surge wave after wave of attack as the ball creeps out here. Rukovica couldn't keep it in. John Aloisi. Well, Sutton, I think he knew what he was doing there. He waited and waited until the card, but that's the cost of doing business at this stage of the game. So Sam Sutton picks up you'd think would barely be a cosmetic yellow. Might be a factor later in the season if he gets suspended, but for now, it's all in service of trying to secure the 3 points.
That's all that matters for the moment, Teo.
Half of stoppage time has expired. We spoke about Phoenix managing the game. It's a classic example of it. Call the referee's bluff and wait for him to issue a yellow card for time wasting. Now Western have got it back at their feet, back live, where they need it if they're going to score an equaliser. Giancarlo Italiano, full of voice from the sidelines. You can see the nerves on his face. You can see the frustration. The life of a coach. 2 minutes to go.
It would feel like forever for him.
Tratt. Western with so many numbers committed forward now. Imai. All about the right decision, though. It's going to tumble on and be cleared. Wellington continue to have the answers. Trapp. Now Danzaki. Pasquale combining with Garuccio. Wellington defence set, organised. Western United trying to find the right pass. Pasquale swings it in. Up and under header. Wooten steadies himself, wins it again. Zavada back helping out the defence. As we tick into the last minute of additional time, Barbarouses just guides it down the line. So, sub 60 seconds for Western United to save a point. Risdon About to take it right to the edge of the attacking third. Garuccio. Block. It's off the boot. Rufer puts it out. Italiano over talking to the fourth official. 30 seconds, stay of execution. Rukovicia. Imai. Now Trat. Look at how compressed the game is. Can they find the right ball? Can they create some chaos? Garuccio lifts it in. And it's claimed in the air by Paulson. And he's now down holding his hamstring. And that will take us to the end of the 5 minutes. And was that Western United's last chance for an equaliser?
Here's this opportunity that Garuccio put in, and not too much in that contact there, but perhaps Paulson doing his bit to run down the final moments of the game.
Well, we've gone beyond the allocated 5. Western United about to draw a blank at home again. Ben Old's goal. The difference. Giancarlo Italiano. He wants that sweet relief of the full-time whistle, but it's not coming just yet. Will Western get one last chance to win the ball and load up? They will, but everything has to go right. They're out of time. The Wellington Phoenix are top of the Isuzu Ute League Men's. It's a win in Ballarat for the Phoenix. And Giancarlo Italiano's team continue to set a new standard for Kiwi football in the A-League. Top after 6 games, Western United, for now, depending on goal difference by the weekend, are bottom. And only one of the other teams currently down there on 3 points with them will save them from finishing the round in 12th place. Wellington go top of the A-League. It finishes Western United 0, Wellington Phoenix 1. Teresa Polias, a game that probably deserved more than the 1 goal, but thankfully it got the 1 goal because the neutrals deserved something out of today, because I tell you, it was plenty of attacking intent, lots of aggression, and ultimately Wellington will feel as though they did enough to win.
Absolutely, Teo. It was a thoroughly entertaining game and didn't feel like a 1-0 game at all. Both teams could have gone either way, and Wellington in the end holding out and showing maturity and that mindset that Giancarlo Italiano's been talking about.
Alex Paulson clocks up another clean sheet at 21 years of age, and he got through plenty of work today. Western United, the chances, I mean, they weren't glaring as the game went on, but he still had to make plenty of saves, and that's what it means at the other end. Daniel Pena, so disappointed that Western United, just the 1 win for the season, and they remain in 12th for now. Their goal difference is -9. Central Coast and Sydney FC, if either were to lose, they would remain on 3 points. But Central Coast's goal difference is -5 and Sydney's -4, so it would have to be a very one-sided defeat in their respective games to displace Western United. All right, we've got the goal scorer ready to speak to us in post-game. Ben Old joins us. Congratulations, your team is top of the league outright, Ben. How good does it feel to come to Ballarat and leave knowing that you are currently top of the table?
Yeah, it's honestly unreal. I haven't experienced this in a long time for the Phoenix. We haven't performed this well at the start of the season, and to be able to go away, it's such a hard place to play and get a win, and to put us on top of the table, I haven't felt that yet, so it's pretty amazing.
Congratulations on the win, Ben. It's Teresa here, and can you talk us through your goal? Did you feel you were offside at the time?
It was honestly weird. I didn't think I was offside, but then I saw the linesman put it up straight away. But then Costa said, no, you're on. So I started to have some belief, and then after the ref was taking more and more time, I got a bit more belief. But I've had it before where I've been ruled offside by VAR, so I wasn't holding off hope, but thankfully it was.
Take us inside Chiefy's team talks, because he set the expectations pretty low for this team in pre-season. Is he starting to lift the bar and change the expectations for what you're capable of now?
Yeah, honestly, Chiefy's been amazing for us. He has never put pressure on us, like doing a new formation, which we've done one formation for the last 3 years. So to be able to change it, he's never put pressure on us and just told us to just play as well as we can. But you can see that all the boys are playing with a lot of confidence in the moment, and it's really paying off.
You're a great team to watch. Congratulations on going top of the pile, and on a personal level, well done on your goal. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to Ben Old there. His third A-League goal today, and he'll bring up game 50 next time he plays in the A-League. So that will be a neat little milestone for him. We're going to get into post-game on the other side of this short break. Stay with us. It's the Isuzu Ute A-League Men's on Paramount+.
Someone power, some they want it all, but got nothing to back it up, so then they fall. Me, I'm not wasting time, cause everyone